chosen is AWS, that is Amazon Web Services, and the aim or the practical will be to create or manage an EC2, that is Elastic Compute Instance in the AWS using your own command line interface of your laptop and of course the SSH client. So the first of all, the screen that you are seeing is the standard AWS management console, which will appear as soon as you log in your AWS account or create your AWS account. So the first, in order to successfully complete the practical, three steps or three things are required. The first one is you have to create an IAM user, that is Identity Access Management user account, which is a service provided by the AWS. And as soon as you complete it, you can download a credentials file where your password and access password will be there to log into your management console. So this is the first step that I have already done, and I have the file with me. Second step is you have to install the SSH client in your laptop. So how can you do that? So just go to your Windows tab and type manage optional features. In that, you will have to see if Open SSH client is already installed or not. If it is not, then add feature and install the Open SSH client. So up till now, two steps are done. First, create an IAM user and get the credentials. Second, install the Open SSH client on your laptop. Now the third one is, in order to access the AWS console, you have to get the AWS CLI installed in your laptop. So for that, just simply type AWS CLI install in your browser and install the AWS CLI. Now how you can check that it is installed? So simply go to the command prompt. uh, Now as soon as the command prompt is on, type AWS and version. If it is successfully completed, yes, it is successful without any error. So this is how you can verify that the AWS CLI has been installed. So now you can access the AWS through your command line interface. Now, before doing that, let me just show you quickly how an EC2 instance can be created uh, by standard. So by standard, you can just click on the service that you want. Here in this case, the aim is EC2 services, and you have to launch an instance. So you will be guided through steps. You can just go through the steps. You have to just click, select, click, next. So there will be a bunch of steps. Then after you go through the 7 steps, you can just launch an instance. So after launching, you will get a running instance, right? So I have already created an instance through the web portal. So this is one instance that has been created by the 7 steps, and it is in currently in the running state. And this is the instance ID. Just let me copy it for future purpose. So now, so what we have done till now. So first step, create an IAM user through your root account in AWS. Second step, install the SSH client through the Windows menu, and third is install the AWS client. And now let's see how you can access the AWS CLI, right? So uh, using the web portal, I have created an instance. Now let me show you how you can access this instance to the command line, right? So in our laptop, how we can log into your AWS console? It is simple. Just write the command AWS configure. Right? Through this command, you can log in. Now you will be asked a series of uh, keys, credentials that you must have got after creating or IAM user. Now I cannot show you my credentials. So after successfully writing all your credentials without any error, you will go to next command. If it happens, then you have successfully logged in your AWS account. So now after logging in, you have to access the EC2 instance, right? So for that, let me show you the commands. Uh, so let's see. Okay. Now after successfully logging in, uh, here I've already practiced some commands. Now as you can see, I only knew like the AWS is the cloud, EC2 is a service. Now we have one instance running on your AWS cloud, so I wanted to stop that instance. So of course it is easy to stop the instances, and I didn't know what is the command ahead, so I will simply write help, and there will be a bunch of uh, options that will help you, that will show you. So in this way you can not remember and just use this feature. So after uh, contemplating, the final command will be this: AWS EC2 stop instance IDs. And what is this ID? This is the ID that I copied from the console, right? So after successfully completing this instance, uh, it will be stopping instance, right? So if you want to do that, so I am writing AWS EC2 stop instance ID, and the ID that I copied, right? So after running it, it will show you the following output: the stopping instance, current state stopping, previous state running, right? So let us check if it is stopping or not. For this, let us go through the console, right? So it is in running, so let's refresh. After refreshing, it will take 1 2 seconds. Okay, stop, right? So the same instance is stopped after writing the command. What command did you write? This is the command, right? AWS EC2 stop instances, instance ID, and what is the ID of the instances? If you want to just again start, then you can simply write start command to start the instance, right? So let's see what is the output. Okay, the starting instance, previous state stop. Now let's see what a change has been done. So let's go to console and refresh the page. Let's see. Oh, running, right? It will take some time before initializing, so it will be in starting state, right? So this is how you can access an instance or create an instance without even using this web portal. I can just shut down the web portal and simply go through the CLI to log in and create instance, and then I can check whether it is created or not. So let us just revise the few steps. So first of all, three things you need: IAM user for the credentials. Second is the SSH client installed in your laptop. Third is the AWS CLI. And after AWS CLI, you should just check the if the AWS CLI is successfully installed. Then after it is successfully installed, you can go through the following commands, right? So the commands: configure AWS configure to log in to your console. You can just add your credentials here. Then AWS, the command for stopping the instance is that we have executed is AWS EC2 stop instance, instant ID, and the ID of an instance. And to start to create, it must be easy to create instance. You can just type AWS EC2 help, and that will show you the list of commands that you need to do, right? So I type help, it will just show you the list of commands, right? What you can do, VPC, allocate, accept, allocate host, various commands are there, right? Cancel, start, stop. So you can do much more with this service. So if you want another service like I have used EC2, so if you want ESB, EBS, so you can write AWS EBS services or database services, cloud, or whatever you write. You can just use the help command to see more sub parameters that you can give and just execute it properly. So that's how you can access an EC2 instance uh, from your command line interface without even starting the web UI. So that's all. Uh, Thank you.